A leader uses influence and vision. Trust. How many of you have trouble trusting your folks on your team? And I would almost guarantee you that if I told your team, a lot of them would say, I don't trust the boss. Think that's probably true? Right? Okay? That's a leadership problem. It's not their problem. And we're going to talk about how to overcome it. Delegating. Okay, this may be a news flash. If it is, I'm glad to be the scoop on this. But guys, you can't do it all. Not alone. If you could do it all alone, Robbie would probably appreciate it because he'd have a lot less payroll. Right? And you would say, I can't do it alone, I think, if you're honest, but yet we want to lead as if we can do it alone. You can't do that. You've got to delegate. And you say, well, I don't trust them, delegate. That's your job too. Oh, by the way, leadership is hard. Probably wasn't in the fine print when you signed on as a leader. Leadership is hard, but you know what else? It's the most rewarding thing you can do if you do it well. It's just like parenting. Parenting is the hardest thing in the world. There's no book to tell us how to do it. But would any of you, especially if your children are a little older, would you trade it for anything now?
I'd do it again.
I'd do it again. And I've got 4 grandchildren and a 5th one on the way. I'll do it again because of the reward of impacting someone's life. And most of you did it as a leader without knowing it. Yeah, we did administer corporal punishment. I get that. And there's ways to even approach that as a leader and do it well. Leads people and manages assignments. Different priority. The goal as a leader is to empower your people to do what only they can do or only what they should do so you can do what only you can do. If your folks, you were to say, okay, this is our job today. We got to run 1,000 feet of pipe. Here's the plan. Here's where it's going. You understand my expectations in terms of what end product should be like and so on. Go take care of it. If you could do that, how many of you would have a better day? Okay. You know what? You can do that. You can do that, but you've got to be equipped how? You've got to be equipped how? Okay. So vision. How many of you, if I said, tell me your vision, could do it in 90 seconds or less?
I can. Candle maker.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay.
Do this one.
It's a rare person that can express what their vision is. My vision is to help develop people to their full potential by helping them become leaders and followers. That's my vision. One thing, though, about vision is you've got to understand it. One vision that doesn't work for any of us, I want to be a millionaire. There are millionaires that wanted to be millionaires. They're millionaires, they're not happy. So, vision. Let's talk a little about it. What is vision? Any Navy guys? Okay. You know the North Star? Is that critical in the Navy world? Yeah. If you want to navigate, if you want to get to the right place without going the hard way, our vision becomes the North Star for what we do. It becomes the guiding direction for what we do. It affects our priorities. Most of us say, oh, I need to be a better time manager, right? I ask you to challenge your thinking. Think about being a better priority manager. Ultimately, you do it because you'll find the time for the things you want and are important, but won't seem to find the time for the things that aren't important. So it's like our North Star, it's our constant of where we look. Even at different locations, it looks to be in a different place, but it's always there. It's something we can count on. Even when there are tough times, even when there are challenges, people aren't getting along, we're struggling. Your vision sometimes is what you have to step back and look at and say, okay, man, this is hard, but I'll get through it. And it's not changed by our circumstances. So as you think about being a leader, I want you to not think of titles. Not think of titles. Think of roles. Think of roles. This becomes important. And I'm going to challenge you on something. Anytime as a leader, I want you to think differently. If you look at your team and say they're doing this wrong, I want you to automatically first stop at the mirror. Because you're a role model. You want them to be role models too. But stop and look in the mirror. Are they mirroring my, not just behavior, because behavior is only part of it. What's the other part? Attitude. We say, oh, well, I've got a good attitude. I bet that to your team, they may say, well, you've got the same attitude that I'm doing. You show it differently, but you've got the same attitude. So don't focus on titles. A parent, you're a leader, by the way, because you are a role model. You can say, no, I'm not. I've got 5 children to prove it and 4 grandchildren starting to show it too. They see me and they do. They see my attitudes and they do. Spouse, mentor, any of these roles, you're a leader. Hopefully we can help you be better. So your vision as a leader. What is your vision for your team?
It's a good job done.
That's a nice paper printed one. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. It doesn't work for you. But that's what we tell people. Oh, well, my vision. No, that's not a vision. That's a goal. It's a good goal, but it's not vision. Not vision. What do you have as vision for your team? And we'll dig into it more because you've got to think about that. Folks that work for you, your job as a leader is to support them. Okay? And you're going, no, it's not my job. They're grown people. You can operate from that mindset, and you know where you'll be? By the way, is this working suitably for you? I don't think it is, because y'all were very confident in saying this wasn't what you wanted. So if part of what I'm going to challenge you to do is change your thinking. If I can get you to change your thinking, your actions will go with it. If I can get you to change your attitude, your actions will go with it. Okay? How can you support the team? Before you say my team's being sorry over this, walk the mirror and say, are they doing what I do or having the attitude that I have? Did I mention, by the way, being a leader is hard? Being a leader is hard, but it's also the most rewarding thing you can do. We think of what we're assigned to do as our vision. If that's what you're relying on, you're going to always struggle. You're going to always struggle. I can guarantee it, because you'll have goals that you don't meet. You'll have deadlines that don't work. And if that's what you are going after and that's all that you see, how are you gonna feel?
Disappointed.
Disappointed, why bother? I can't get it to happen, so why bother?